First time or first thing, say hi to my grandpa.
Real?
I was joking.
Are you recording? Oh, hey. So first and foremost, have you ever felt out of place in almost every corporate job you ever worked at? Or better yet, that your work problems don't matter? Don't worry, I can definitely relate to you, and I'm gonna do a deep dive into that, give you some good statistics, and give you my personal experience into corporate America, right? I'm relatable as being new to the corporate America work field, and as you can see, I don't like getting into race and stuff like that too much, but I'm a black man presenting you my perspective into this. As far as some of the statistics go, research shows that all types of people, liberal, conservative, low income, high income, women, men, boomers, and millennials all think that work issues are more important than the business's shareholders. And if you don't know, businesses spend a lot of time, effort, and money into that side of their business, as far as stocks go and shareholders, and trying to build that side of their revenue. And there's a lot of workers, especially in corporate America, that feel like that should not be the priority that it is. And 62% of Americans say they distrust corporations, and nearly half, 47%, think businesses' behavior is going the wrong direction. And I definitely can speak to that. It took me a long time in the only corporate job where you can say with the quotes on it that I trust them, right? Or trying to. It's gotten a lot better at trusting. So I definitely can see how almost half of people don't trust corporate jobs, just because a lot of the time how it's ran. And if you're in the big corporations like I have been in my last two corporate jobs, you really can see over time. Like I've got 2 years in a good corporate job where I can literally see the churn, where people either quitting, getting fired, whatever the case may be, moving on, career growth, some maybe not career growth. I love to stay positive. Point is that you get a sense, or I get that sense, that you're just another butt in the seat sometimes. So it's hard to maybe sometimes trust and think that a huge corporation has your best interest at heart, and financially, your family financially, understanding what you're going through, what you have to pay for, with things that you have to or need to afford in life to survive. The big huge corporations, right? Like, have you comment if you've ever spoken to your CEO of your company? Something simple, face to face, in person. Are you telling me something? No? All right, perfect. Sorry about that. Moving on. Over the past 35 years, labor union work jobs have fallen by half since about 1980. And union work is the preferred job, right, as far as if it's versus corporate. And that's the reason why I brought this statistic up, because it just goes to show you that there's less and less of what we like, or statistics show that we like, and that's the union type jobs. I've worked only one union job, I believe, no, 2 union jobs. This subject isn't about that. You can let me know if you want me to do content about union jobs. But moving on to the next statistic. Ooh, I can't say that so many times fast. Statistics.
Say it again.
Statistics.
No, just like regular.
I am. Don't worry about the statistics.
Say it again, please.
Statistics, please. For 200. All right. Most Americans work in some type of service job. So that's service jobs in corporate America, there are a lot of them. Don't mind me, yes, I tucked it in because it's all business in my Fibonacci. Don't worry about it. Don't let that joke go over your head. But there's plenty of service jobs. I met my wife in a service job, McDonald's. I worked 2 in my life, being McDonald's and basically a huge bar that had tons of dishes. I was a dishwasher. But next statistic is going to be, don't laugh at me, and it's part of what me and you, us, all of us need to be a part of this 16 million that are self-employed. That is definitely one of the goals that we will obtain. Definitely will be sharing all the information with you that I can to help us and our families get there. And the last statistic would be millennials are the largest generation that make up the U.S. labor workforce. So you know. And don't worry, definitely don't go anywhere, because I'm going to be giving you solutions to how to grow in corporate America if you choose to, how to be able to possibly make more money and move up within your company if you're feeling as if that's one of the obstacles that's holding you back, or why you may not like corporate America. If you're anything like me, as far as that's one of the things you may dislike about corporate America. My personal experience, I've had at least 7 to 8 years working in corporate America, over 4 jobs, 4 to 5. My first one of recollection was selling newspapers to old folks, our lovely old folks. And that wasn't that bad. The pay just wasn't that great. It was a little bit more micromanaged, which I don't like, and I'm pretty sure I'll get to later on in this video. But yeah, nothing to it. Now we're working in these major corporations. My second to last job, we had to part ways because I was exposing what they were doing, like not keeping things equal in the workforce, and I was bringing it to their attention. And that's when I learned that in these corporate worlds, if you're anything like me, just be careful doing that. It could result in, like I said, you guys no longer being a work relationship, just because it ruffles a lot of feathers. I remember all the time they referred to me as the MLK or the Malcolm X at the job, and I won't go too deep in how I feel like the team leader finessed me, because it made it seem like everything was good. And yeah, I'm no longer there, and that's when I started to learn that, or started to feel possibly that corporate America was not for me, because of how I was, how I am, how I was built. I was told one thing and the actions never lined up. I always give it my all in my work. Coming from previous to corporate America, like in the factories, high-paying factory jobs, just for reference as to where I came from before corporate. And I'm a very honest person. I wear my heart on my sleeves. Don't look at me like that. I am honest, especially in the workforce. I wear my heart on my sleeves, and I will tell you directly how I feel. I'm doing the job how you told me to do it. And let's just put if there's beef, let's put it on the grill and let's resolve it. Especially at that time. But it got a little nasty, and I feel like I lost a lot of trust. That's why that's the trust statistic. I definitely can relate. Most recent corporate job was every job I feel like is gonna have its ups and downs, right? There's supposed to be good benefits. I need to figure that out, and depending on your corporate job, that's something I wasn't even thinking about. A nugget right off the top of the dome is benefits that a lot of corporations, the bigger ones, will have some great benefits. You just have to kind of do some research, right, into some of them, or if you can, call up your HR and see if they'll just tell you some of the well-known ones that benefit you. But things like, coffee, tea, if you're into that, some of the little small things that are benefits, of the corporate job and the atmosphere. I'm working on, I have overcame caring about what people think about me. Definitely better than what I used to in the past, but that's something within the corporate world that's, in my personal experience, like I said, it can be difficult sometimes just because I let you know if you're not doing stuff how it should be done or how I see it being done for everybody else. But that's why my leadership will literally tell me to just stay in your own lane. So I practice on doing that. Now I have grown a lot, but it is hard seeing thousands of people constantly feeling like you're being judged. Sometimes like you walk into a room, everybody stops talking and then a look at you. I literally live and go through that in corporate America. Just thinking of everything in which I can share to you from my experience in corporate America. Feeling like I don't belong. I feel like I kind of really covered it a little bit, like, but I really do sometimes feel like there's a lot of oranges in my apple, or a pineapple, or a watermelon sitting next to a whole bunch of blueberries. Like, it's sometimes it could be sad. I like to stay positive, and I've come a long way to get my mindset out of that. But you could easily feel like you don't belong if you're transitioning for the first time into corporate America, trying to look the part. And a lot of that I feel like feeds into you caring about what people think about you. Even though I have to dress business appropriate or business casual or really business formal. So yeah, that's that. I learned how to not care better. I already talked about that one. Hard being blamed for things, right? In this corporate atmosphere, I get blamed for so many things that I didn't do wrong. There's stuff that I do wrong. Nobody's 100% perfect. Like, I get told that all the time. So I get blamed though for things that I didn't do wrong at times too. And they love to email you. They'll email you saying like, hey, you did this wrong, right? And whenever management makes a mistake, there is no email chain of, hey, you messed up, or I messed up and did this. Like, it's so one-sided, and that for the longest time would grind my gears for real. And I have to catch myself from constantly, reacting, and I get to it. There's been plenty of heated meetings and discussions, and it's me again having to better adjust myself, right? Because it's always self. You have to look at the man in the mirror, the man in the camera, to make these changes, and that's what I have been doing. And it's definitely been a battle sometimes because I'm not wanting to do it. Because like I said, there's some times where I'm not wrong, and they don't want to hear it. They just gonna say what they want to say, and you need to be that yes man. And that's not me. I'm the only yes man I am to is to God, and it can be very difficult in a corporate work environment. I assure you of that. Leaving your personal issues and basically real life and what you're going through, you literally have to leave it at the door, and then when you go in, you have to be fake. They literally tell you all the time, a huge saying, fake it till you make it. Comment, yes, I heard this saying a lot, if you have, but fake it till you make it is definitely huge in the corporate world, the corporate game. If you're gonna be great, unless you're just a natural Karen, then you gotta fake it till you make it. And I kind of despise fake people. So I'm always talking to my leadership management on how to leave what you're going through at the door, and have work. I like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, how I am in that day is how I am in that day. Every day is a blessing and great, but there are times possibly during the day when it can be rough, and I have to work on not showing that, just leaving that, not giving it any energy. But that is something that is difficult for myself personally in the corporate world, because that's a real life thing. Let's see. I definitely don't like being micromanaged. That's something that I talked about a little bit earlier. But that's a grind, or a gear grinder for sure. Like, you want to irritate me in the corporate workforce, act like you're hovering over my back, or actually hover over my back. Ask me a million questions on, like, making it seem like you don't trust what I'm saying, like you're trying to figure out my every step. If I look this way, you want to know why I did like what I ate, what, like, oh, you want to break, what you do, like every little. I do not like being micromanaged at all. Like, I don't like it. And in the corporate world, at least the ones that I've been in, right, like office job, sit down on the computer, they're tracking everything, and whenever something does not line up, they're on your heels, meaning like they're on you, like being nosy, want to know what's going on you like water on rice, and I do not like that.
You don't like anything, period.
We didn't ask for the peanut gallery.
Don't care. Don't care, but you don't like anything.
I appreciate it. I love you, Queen Elgama. And I already talked about Karens. If you don't know what a Karen is, comment and tell me you don't know what a Karen is. I will do a special video for you with research on what is a Karen. But I don't like when you're Karen, being a Karen too much. And I'll speak about the brown nosing too here in the how the resolution on the keys to how you can improve and move up and all that good stuff. Don't worry, I got you. So I don't like fake people or Karens. Now, to be able to improve or move up, improve and move up, if that's what you want to do within the corporate work world or workspace, in the company and maybe outside of the company, will be things like you need to start to build your skills, right? Work-related skills, obviously, and your personal skills. Don't forget, your mental health, mental development, personal development. If you're into health, your physical development, all that definitely matters. Build your resume. Get skills on making your resume. A lot of things have changed. You have to simplify a lot of things when it comes to your resume. So definitely put some time into updating that resume, making it look nice. If you can get it to one page, that's best. Even if you work a lot of jobs, I know a couple of people that have worked, close to multiple thousands of jobs. So even then, I would tell even those people, you still want to keep that resume to one page, because they're not even looking at the other stuff, especially in corporate. So apply to new positions. If your job just isn't it, and the growth isn't it, you can do it within your job, right? Most corporations, the big ones like how I'm talking about, you can move into another position. Obviously, you always want to be moving the needle in the right direction financially, right? And getting more money. But sometimes, if you know long term you're going to be doing something in a specific field or a specific niche, you might want to take that position for the experience in doing that. To grow in that company or even outside the company. But definitely don't be like me. I'm so loyal to a fault, staying at the same company. I need to take my own advice here and possibly seek other career opportunities that could be making me more money, because you can 5x, 10x your income. You could be making it extra easy, 10 to 20 more dollars just by putting your name in that hat, reaching out, updating your resume, putting it out there to other companies. It can still be related. So keep your name, rotate around in these companies, because you never know. Somebody may be willing to offer you 500,000 right now, million right now, for a year. Then you in the game. Be a hard worker, which I am. You want to be a very hard worker. Stay consistent. Show up to work on time. That's definitely something that I'm just not thinking of right now that I definitely have to improve on. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of, if you are, this is a key golden nugget, if you are already a Karen, right, in the workforce, you couple that with a little bit of a sweet finesse and brown nosing, like, you will be a star, let me tell you, in the corporate world. I've seen and witnessed it plenty of times, let me tell you. It is effective. Is that? Yeah, yep, all right. So, we're getting close to wrap up, or are we? Let me know. Give me your feedback. I need your feedback. Let me know your experience in the corporate world. I definitely opened up and shared a lot of raw how I feel about it, and gave you personal life examples. If you want more, I can deep dive into the last corporate job and all my corporate jobs, like the nitty gritty. I try to keep it a little bit like censored, just because I don't want y'all thinking that like I don't even want to say the words, right? Like I'm just for you. I'm for the people, by the people, led by God. Keep him first. Got to in everything, corporate wise, and you're gonna get there. So you can put that. I don't even want to put that with the Karen and the other one. But go watch my epic fireworks video. I almost got scathed in the flames, but definitely go watch that last video of our celebration of Independence Day. As always, keep God first. Appreciate you here in the Kingdom family. We appreciate you. We love you. If there's anything that we can do in the current moment in time, we got you. Keep God first.